Fox, this is massive. A point apiece. In Stoke, late drama and pure chaos. Why Abdul Fatawu was left out of Leicester squad. And when he'll return, injury, or something deeper. And what Gary Rowett said to referee Gavin Ward and reception back at Stoke City. This one is huge. 3 big Leicester updates, and the last is the most important. Stay to the end, subscribe, and let's push the Foxes everywhere. You could feel the tension before a ball was even kicked, couldn't you? 5 straight defeats, confidence fragile, and Gary Rowett stepping into the dugout, knowing exactly what he'd inherited. Former Fox back in charge, sleeves rolled up, no hiding, and then 3 minutes in, bang! Ben Wilmot, completely unmarked, nods it in from point-blank range at the Bet365 Stadium. Nearly 3,000 of us behind that goal thinking, here we go again. Stoke hadn't won in 6 either, but they love scoring first at home. The signs looked grim. But here's the difference. This wasn't the Leicester that folded. We grew into it, bit by bit, weathered the first half storm. Ashley Phillips rattled our crossbar. Tatsuki Seko tried his luck from distance, but we stayed in it. Just 1 goal down. Door still open. Then the second half arrives, and suddenly there's belief. Divine Mukasa, remember that name, starts lighting up the pitch. The 18-year-old on loan from Manchester City with that fearless swagger. He whips in what looks like a cross. Nobody gets a touch, and it sneaks into the far corner. 2 goals now in blue. Composure beyond his years. Game on. Momentum swings. You could see it. Mavididi lively. Pressing higher. Stoke backing off. And then the move. Clever, sharp, proper championship grit. Mavididi keeps it alive. Daka slides it across. Mukasa with a cheeky backheel. And Harry Winks absolutely rifles it through bodies and into the net. Limbs in the away end. Proper limbs. From despair to belief. That should have been it. That should have been Rowett's statement win. But football's cruel. 90 minutes nearly up. Sorba Thomas swings one in. Wilmot ghosts in again at the far post. 2-2. Heart in mouth. Stoke celebrating like they've won a cup final. And yet, we still nearly nicked it. A rebo denied by Tommy Simkin. Ben Nelson crashing a header off the bar. Luke Thomas glancing one onto the post in the very last action. Inches. Absolute inches from stealing all 3 points. So it ends level. A point each. Still in the bottom 3, yes. But now just 1 point. Behind West Bromwich Albion, heading into Middlesbrough. And that matters. That's progress. That's fight. That's a team that refused to roll over. You tell me this, after that reaction, that intensity, that second half dominance, do you believe Rowett has already changed the mentality of this side? Or are we still 1 defensive lapse away from another collapse? Hit like, hit that subscribe button if you're passionate about Leicester and want to stay up to date. You know that buzz, that proper crackle in the air. The second Abdul Fatawu gets the ball at the king power, you sit up, you lean forward. Because something might happen, something outrageous. That's the Abdul Fatawu factor. This lad is electric, direct, fearless. A Ghana international with that street football swagger who can win you a game out of nowhere. We've seen it already this season. Big moments, big interventions. The kind of winger who doesn't just play in matches, he changes them. So when he's missing from the squad, you feel it. Left out against Stoke. Absent before that as well. Official line, a minor knee grumble. Andy King downplayed it. Nothing dramatic, nothing long-term. But when a player misses consecutive fixtures, naturally you start asking questions, especially when you're in the middle of a scrap at the wrong end of the championship, and every spark of creativity matters. Let's be honest, with Fatawu, it's never just about fitness. He's a maverick. And with Mavericks, you get the brilliance and the frustration. When he's locked in, defenders can't live with him. When the game turns scrappy and physical, sometimes he drifts. Sometimes he looks for contact instead of riding it. And at this level, referees don't always buy what you're selling. If he wants to go from exciting talent to genuine talisman for the Foxes, the theatrics have to go. Keep the fire. Lose the fuss. Channel that energy into ruthlessness. Because here's the truth. In a relegation battle, you need match winners. With Jordan James nearly back, Yannick Vestergaard returning, and Rowett trying to harden this side mentally. Fatawu could be the wild card that tips the balance, the unpredictable edge, the difference between a draw and 3 priceless points. The good news? He's been spotted back in training, moving freely, smiling. That suggests this is precaution, not panic. And if all goes to plan, Middlesbrough on Tuesday could see him back in the squad. Now here's the question I want you to answer honestly. If Fatawu is fully fit, Do you start him every single week, regardless of discipline and defensive work, because his talent is that special? Or do you make him earn it the hard way to toughen him up for this fight? Hit like, hit that subscribe button if you're passionate about Leicester and want to stay up to date. You could see it at full time. Gary Rowett marching straight towards referee Gavin Ward. And you're thinking, here we go, fireworks. First game in charge of the Foxes. Late equalizer conceded. Old club in the opposite dugout. The script was writing it. But hold on. No meltdown. No tunnel butt. Just frustration. Controlled. The big flashpoint? Not even the 89th minute leveler from Ben Wilmot. It actually goes back 20 minutes earlier. Sorba Thomas claims Luke Thomas caught him with an elbow. They square up. A bit of shirt grabbing. Standard championship needle. And what does the referee do? Books both of them. Rowett wasn't having that. He basically said what every proper football person thinks in those moments. If one player walks over and shoves your lad, of course he's going to react. This isn't a chess match, it's football. You can't just lazily dish out 2 yellow cards, because it's easier than making a proper decision. That's the frustration, not rage, frustration. But here's the key bit. Rowett made it clear there was no drama. Shook Ward's hand, knows him well, no problem. Done? Professional. That's leadership. Now let's talk about the reception. Stoke fans gave him stick. Of course they did. Some of them never took to him, even when he was their manager. He walks out from the team bus, and there's already someone chirping from the stands. You've got to laugh. Football, eh? But did it rattle him? Not a chance. He actually said he enjoyed being back in the thick of it. 2 months after being sacked by Oxford, straight into the chaos of a championship scrap. Game swinging back and forth. Proper energy in the stadium. That's what he lives for. That's what we need right now. A manager who embraces the heat rather than hiding from it. And let's be honest, compared to certain noisy neighbors down the A46 who crumble the second the pressure's on, Rowett looked composed, focused, in control. The result stings because we were seconds away from 3 points. But the demeanor, the authority, that matters, especially in a relegation battle where nerves can destroy you. So here's the question. Do you like seeing your manager publicly challenge decisions like that, even over a small booking, because it shows standards? Or should he keep completely quiet and focus purely on what the Foxes can control? Hit like, hit that subscribe button if you're passionate about Leicester and want to stay up to date.